proof that they will tell you to pay?
We have no proof that there's any intention to do so. But what we know is that this government comes like a thief in the night. So just as they did with TST workers, we expect that they will attempt to do the same with Wasa workers. Wasa workers will not sit back and wait for our jobs to be taken from us by this administration. We will not. We will take action and we will act accordingly.
We're hearing that the minister is supposed to have a meeting about the restructuring process. Is that meeting happening today or is it happening tomorrow?
We have written to the minister and we have given him 7 days to respond to our correspondence, and failing which, we will continue to do what we need to do to defend our members.
With the restructuring process, have they met with PSA before? Or
prior to this, there were over 115 meetings between the management and the PSA in relation to the restructuring exercise, but this administration has taken steps to stop that process from continuing. There are 3 memorandum of agreement signed and registered in the industrial court, which this administration has disregarded. Those MOAs outline specifically how this restructuring process should take place, and it goes as far as to deal with how we should treat with any excess staff on the completion of the restructuring exercise. So the PSA has done all it can do to ensure that all workers are taken care of. We have shown good faith. We have acted in the interest of not just the workers, but also the population, in acknowledging that Wasa does require a restructuring. And we did so by signing off on an MOA with the management in that regard.
when that happened? When was the last meeting?
The last meeting was in 2020, September, in relation to the restructuring exercise.
And you have not met since then?
We have not met since then.
So you're calling for a meeting now?
We are calling for a meeting. We are calling on this administration to abide by the legally binding MOAs and sit and meet with the PSA. We met with the minister previously. We made a presentation to the minister. We pointed out in that presentation some of or all of the issues that we deem are critical to be addressed in Wasa, and we put forward recommendations on how the minister and this administration can go forward treating with the restructuring. So we are clear that the action they have engaged in thus far will not solve the issues, the water issues in this country. As a matter of fact, the fact shows that Wasa produces enough water for the entire population of Trinidad and Tobago, way more than is required. The issue is not a water shortage in this country. So therefore, we have said to the minister that the projects and the exercises he have engaged in drilling of wells will not solve the water issues of this population. We are saying to the minister that if you pour more water into a porous system, you will not increase supply to the population. And therefore, we are saying the issues go way deeper. The issues are aging infrastructure and many other things. We are well aware that the population of this country pays about $7, $8 for a bottle of blue waters. But you pay $7 for 1,000 gallons of water from Wasa. The cost of producing that water to Wasa is way above that $7 which the population pays, and therefore one of the issues in Wasa is the tariffs, which this government and every administration has failed to treat with in so far as making Wasa a reliable organization, removing the reliance on subsidies from the government and helping Wasa to become more self-sufficient.
So what's your next action from here?
Well, you'll just have to sit by and see. As we proceed, we will communicate with you guys and ensure that you are part of every move that we make so far as treating with the issues. But what we are not prepared to do is sit back and allow this government to pretend as though the workers in Wasa are the issue and not the administration.
I saw that the minister is touring in Superior now, and they were saying that the pump in Superior, it was sabotage. So they're kind of saying that workers have something to do.
Well, I would say this. In 2010, 2012 and 2014, Wasa was deemed the most improved utility. But in 2015, all of a sudden, the workers are issued. If the workers were issued, Wasa could not have been deemed the most improved because there were measures put in place between that time, 2010 to 2015, to deal with some of the issues in Wasa. And while those measures that were put in place were temporary, what we experienced was an improvement in service to customers throughout Trinidad and Tobago. This administration has done all in its power to remove all those measures to ensure that the population believes that the issue in Wasa is the workers, and the only solution to that is to close Wasa and open what they call a water management company. I'm saying to the population of Trinidad and Tobago, that will not solve the issues within Wasa. It will not solve the water issues to the population of Trinidad and Tobago, and therefore we will be in the same situation just as they did with many organizations throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Close the organization, open a new company, and there was no improvement in service to the population. That will not be the solution in Wasa, and we are saying treat with Wasa in the way that it should be treated and deal with the real issues. Stop playing